Hi guys, welcome to Diamond Head Fitness. I'm going to be taking you through a quick dynamic stretching routine today with the intention of preventing injury in whatever workout you're about to be doing. We'll be going from head to toe, loosening up the body. We want to avoid any injuries by stretching out those tendons, ligaments, muscle fibers so that you're not pulling something or even worse, tearing something in your workout. So make some space around you, grab your mat and follow along. Let's get started. Okay guys, once you've made a little bit of space in your living room or wherever you're at, make sure that you get your mat out, and we're gonna start our stretching with standing up. So go ahead, put your feet together, put your arms above you, and reach up as high as you can. Take it over to the left side, open up that side, bring it back up, right on over to the other side. Again, right to the center, we're gonna open up and stretch those abs. Lean back as far as you can go. And bring it back up. Okay. Deep breath in, and we're gonna go down into a pike stretch. Reach down as far as you can go. Make sure that you're keeping the backs of those knees completely locked out. You wanna feel this stretch all the way up your hamstrings, all the way up the back of your legs. Loosen up, deep breath in, let it sink. Okay. Come up just a little bit, and you're gonna step 1 foot forward. I'll show you from the side here. Basically the same stretch, but just on one leg. Feel it all the way up the hamstring on that leg that you have out in front. Now to make it a little bit even more difficult, bend your back leg and pull those toes up to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Okay, you can switch legs, put the other foot in front. Lean back a little bit, get that stretch in the hamstring on this other leg in front. And again, lean back, pull those toes up to the sky. All right, good, 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 good. We're gonna go ahead and stand up, shake out the legs a little bit, put them right past shoulder width. We're gonna get into a straddle stance here. We can go ahead and swing the hips around, try to swing them out as far as you can in every direction. Feel an opening in your hip flexors, feel it in the back of your legs. Switch directions. All right, good. Now keeping in the same straddle stance, we're gonna go ahead and put your arms out to the side. Take it over to one side and feel that stretch along your entire side. Once again, deep breath. Back up to the center. We're going to take it over to the opposite side. All right, go ahead and let that drop right down to the middle. Feel the stretch in a straddle position here. You can grab your legs and pull it as deep as you can go. Swing from side to side is fine too. Feel it in each leg a little bit more. We're gonna even move it to one side. So move that stretch, shift your weight over to the left side or whichever side you're facing. And again, what's important here is making sure those legs are completely locked out. Let's switch sides. All right, back to the middle, still with locked out legs. Now we're gonna go ahead and bend the knees here. I don't know about you, but I feel it on the outsides of my legs, right in this area. But you might feel it somewhere different, and that's perfectly fine. You can shift it back and forth a little bit. I call this the Sumo Position. You can even put your elbows up on your knees to really let it sink in as deep as possible. And if you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and move into a squatted position. For some, this really puts pressure on the knees, so do what you can do here, but this I always feel in the back of my legs as well. All right, let's go ahead, pick a side, jump into what I call the Spider-Man position. Basically a sumo with one leg out straight. Feel it nice and open. I feel it here. I feel it down in here as well. And let's rotate it over into a lunge position on that leg. I'm doing my left leg right now. Let that sink in. Open up this position as far as you can, this angle, and you want to keep your hips nice and square. You don't want to let it turn this way or turn too far this way. I'll put my hands up on my knees, take a deep breath in. All right, go ahead and we're gonna hit the hamstring again on this leg. Pull those hips back, straighten out the front leg, and reach as far as you can. For me, I feel it all the way back up, even in this area of my leg. Now, if you are comfortable, don't hurt yourself. This is a great time to go into a split. And if you can't do the splits or you're just trying it for the first time, just go where you can go. And this is a great way to test your increasing flexibility as you continue to stretch. Let's let that split sink in for just another moment. All right, come on out of that nice and slowly. And we're gonna move over to the other leg. All right, back into that squatted position and to our Spider-Man position here. Sometimes I'll push this knee back just a little bit to feel it open up in here as well. All right, let's go ahead and rotate to our lunge on the other side here. And again, remember, you want to keep your hips nice and square, facing directly forward. Take a deep breath, let those hips push forward. All right, pull those hips back. Straighten out the front leg and reach as far as you can. You're gonna take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, get a little more depth in the position. All right, again, we're gonna slide out into a split. Just do what you can do. I'm not as flexible on this side. And if you're doing splits with me, it's still important to remain square with your hips, keeping them forward facing your front leg. Push as hard as you can to keep those hips squared towards your front leg. Take a last deep breath. All right, come out of that nice and gently. Let's come back to center. And your legs should be nice and loose at this point. Now, for the next stretch, we're gonna move into a sitting pike position. But rather than doing a pike, I want you to go ahead and put one leg over your other knee. Cross your body, get your elbow lodged in there, and we're gonna twist. I feel this stretch all the way down to my glutes, up into my lower back. All right, release. Legs back out in front, switch sides. Cross your knee. Elbow lodged in. And twisted the torso. Again, I feel stretch right in here, all the way up into my back. Release. Come back into the center position, and we're gonna move up into the shoulders and bicep tendons. Bend your arms right behind you. At the elbows, you can rock back and forth. You can let your head drop back for a little bit of additional pressure into this stretch. All right, come up. I'm gonna pick an arm and do the same stretch straight behind me. We wanna feel a nice open position in here. I feel the stretch right in this area of my shoulder into the pec. All right, and I'll switch over so you guys can see this stretch on the other side as well. Gonna get that arm far back as you can. I do love this stretch. It's near and dear to my heart. I had a bicep injury several years ago that required surgery, all because I didn't warm up before an intense workout. So this stretch gets that arm nice and loose before you jump into whatever you're about to be doing. All right, we can come out of that one. And for this next one, we're gonna roll over and stretch out our neck. Lean onto your back, bring your knees above your head, and nice and controlled, you are going to feel a stretch in your upper back as well as your neck. You can bring it over to each side. See if you can touch those knees on the ground. I cannot quite get that far on my stretch. All right. Relax, let those knees come down. Deep breath in. And we're gonna go ahead and roll over onto your stomach, but leave that arm underneath you. And I know for some, not everyone feels the stretch as intense as others, but you wanna put all your weight onto that arm, keeping it locked out, and roll over onto it. If you do feel a stretch, you're gonna feel it in your shoulder and around on your back. And again, I'm gonna switch sides so you can see this for the other arm. Laying down, that arm straight out in front of you, or to the side of you. You wanna lift up and kind of feel that weight go over that arm, pulling in your shoulder. All right, and while we're still laying down here, I want you to lay flat on your stomach, put your arms out to either side, and then we're gonna roll over and stretch and open the chest. I like to push with this arm to get as much out of it as I can. You wanna feel it right in this area. Come back down. And in that same position, we're gonna roll right on over to the other side. Push with that arm that's bent in front of you. All right, back to center. From here, we'll go right into our seal stretch. Push up and stretch out the abs. Loosen up that core. You can move it around a little bit. Don't have to spend too long here. We can move it up to the side as well. Stretch out the obliques. Right up your side here. Move it over to the other side. Go ahead and put your head up for that last final stretch. All right, we can come back to a sitting position, and you don't have to go far. We're gonna go into the cat stretch. Put those arms straight out in front of you. And you wanna open up the chest straight down towards the floor. When I do this stretch, I feel it in my chest, but I also feel it out in the lats. Now this one can be a little bit more complicated to get exactly right. We're gonna be stretching the triceps, so I want you to lean over to one side while still pulling back on that arm. Drop the elbow, pull back, and go ahead and reach and touch your back. As you do this, you should feel a nice open stretch in this tricep here. Okay, we can release that. We'll switch sides, back to the center. Lean over towards the other side, drop the elbow, make sure you're still pulling back. Touch your back. Feel that nice open stretch in the tricep. All right, and release. We'll move right into stretching out the wrists and forearms here. I'll put my fingers facing back towards myself. Swing back and forth a little bit. At this point, you can kind of flip one of your hands over and stretch out the top of your forearm. If you're really good, really flexible, you can even hold your weight with both hands facing down. All right, come out of that easily. And for our final stretch, we're just gonna go ahead and jump up, stretch out the back of your legs, the Achilles tendons. I like to do one leg at a time, really push that heel down to the floor. Switch sides, go back and forth. You can kind of change the angle, make sure you're getting the most out of that stretch. Back and forth. Get those legs, those tendons ready for whatever exercise you're about to be doing next. All right. All right, guys, I just want to re-emphasize how important it is to have a stretching routine like this before you do any intense physical exercise. I always do a routine like this before any workout that I do, stretching 5 to 10 minutes to loosen up my body. Now, if you are looking for a workout to do next, please check out our channel. We have lots of great follow-along videos. I'll even link a couple of my favorites here at the end of the video. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you on the next one.